This is the plaintiff, Felicia. She says the defendant was her landlord, and let's just say things didn't go too well when she moved out after living there 13 years. The woman practically kicked her out of the house. She threatened to call the cops on her and lunged towards her in a threatening manner. Bottom line, the vindictive woman's keeping her security money, even though there were no damages, and she's here seeking the $1,600 she's owed. This is the defendant, Anne. She says she's not big on confrontation, so she took the plaintiff to housing court to evict her and thought that would be the easiest thing to do. She was trying to be nice, and the judge gave her a year to find another place, but eventually she had to be forcibly removed by a marshal. The house was destroyed. She has every right keeping the woman's money, and she's pretty darn sure the judge will agree when she hears all the facts. She's accused of lousy landlording.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right. You rented an apartment from the defendant for 13 years?
Yes,
Okay. And who lived there?
me and my children.
How old were your children back then?
At the time,
Little?
yeah,
Okay. Now, were you paying the rent or you had Section 8 paying the rent?
Section 8 paid part of it and I paid the other part.
Okay. What part did you pay?
At one point, I was paying $756.
756?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they-
Section 8 was paying what?
The difference of that, I don't know.
What was the rent?
The rent was $1,970.
Okay. So
That's
go
the-
ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry.
on.
When I first moved in, it was 15
And then it went up.
something, and then it went up. Yes.
All right, so that's a really long time, 13
Yes.
years. All right, who decided that did you decide you wanted to leave or she decided you needed to leave?
No, what happened was I got papers in the mail stating I had to go to a housing court for a holdover case. She never told me until after I got the papers.
Right, but your lease was up, right?
I didn't have a lease in maybe 3 years.
How do you not have a lease in 3 years with Section 8? You have to have a lease.
Didn't have a lease.
Is that accurate? That's so strange, though. How did that slip through the cracks at Section 8 because they have to have a lease, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how Section 8
I don't know too
works.
much about
Right,
how
I
they
do,
work.
and that's really strange. But in any event, those are the facts. But why would you go to court instead of just giving her notice that you needed her to leave?
Well, I originally told her that my husband passed away and I'm selling the house. And I did tell her that, I believe, before, I handed her the, papers.
Okay, what papers did you give her? The
From,
first papers you gave her
housing-
were what?
From housing court.
That said what? You have X time to leave?
No. First, they start with, a process with the court. They give you I think it's like 30 days or 60 days, before they give her these papers, from
Okay,
the court.
so whatever
That
it
was
is,
a holdover
you get
case.
some papers, and then you go to court, and what happens?
Right. Well, when I got the papers, it was the court date.
What year? What month and year was it?
It was April of 2018.
Okay.
So when we went to court, I said to the judge, I need time because it just happened, So he said, okay. So we were going back and forth to court for a while.
What's a while?
We went all the way up until I finally found a place because at first I
You
couldn't.
finally found a place when?
In August.
Of
In
what year?
August.
This year or last year?
This year, I'm sorry.
Right,
This
so
year.
for a year and 3 months?
Yes.
It was really 15 months.
Why?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Who abuses the system more? Landlords who withhold security or tenants who withhold rent?
I think landlords, they think they, have all the power.
Well, they do have some power.
They do, but a tenant has a lot of rights and power too.
Well, that's the question. Do they abuse the power by withholding rent too much?
Sometimes. It just depends on the situation.
Okay, but if you had to choose, who abuses the system more? Landlords who wrongfully withhold security from a tenant when they move out, or tenants who just don't pay rent? Who do you think is more at fault?
Landlords, for sure.
Well, you know what? Can I just ask a wild question?
What's that?
Landlord or tenant?
Landlord.
Oh, you're a landlord?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm a tenant.
Going inside the courtroom.
How many times did you go to court during that year and 3 months?
I did like 3 times, but she was getting order to show cause. You know, that's sort of kind of like a delay.
Did you have a lawyer or no?
No.
Okay, so you end up moving out when?
September the 3rd.
And according to you, is that not true?
No,
When did she move out?
She didn't move out. She moved out, I guess it was a couple of weeks later. She did ask me for additional time. I gave it to her.
Okay.
And it was too much at the end. I couldn't take it anymore, so I called the marshal, and I needed, possession back.
Right. And you call the marshal because it's past the time that she agreed
right,
over and over to get out.
Right.
So
It was
now,
like
and
3
what happens? Do the
I gave
marshals
her
actually drag her out or no?
No. Then she left. After a couple of weeks into the.
All right, now
September.
you're withholding the security deposit over damages, correct?
Right,
Not rent.
right.
Tell me what the damages are.
The damages were to the commode.
Let's
the
look at
toilet
them.
tank.
Hold on. What is this?
This is the bathroom floor.
What happened to the bathroom floor?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, no,
Your
you
Honor.
have to know because it happened while you had it. That
The
there's
crack
cracked
there
tile.
on the towel.
Yeah.
She knew about it was 2 missing towels in the shower.
No, it's not. This isn't the shower. This is outside the shower, and this is cracked tile. How did you crack the tile?
That piece there, I don't know, Your Honor.
Oh, come on. We all know how we crack tiles. Something super heavy falls on it, or
I have pictures of the
somebody
bathroom.
drops a wrench on it. There's something.
I have pictures, Your Honor, of
Yeah, I know. And your
Okay.
pictures are from way back, as usual. The tenant takes the pictures from way back, and as usual, the landlord takes the picture right on the tile.
I have
But
pictures
that
in
tile's
my-
cracked.
I have
So
pictures
can
in
you
my
answer
phone.
me how this tile got
I
cracked?
don't know, Your Honor.
Okay. What's that? The door's off the hinges?
Yes, it looked like
Why
it
was
was
the door
pried
off the
away
hinges?
from.
That's not. Can I say something, Your
Can
Honor?
you
I don't
answer-
even know what door that is because she was.
According to you, you didn't leave a door off the hinges?
No, I
Okay.
have pictures in my phone as well.
What door is this?
That's a bedroom door.
Does that look familiar?
Yes, that's my
Why does
son's
that look
bedroom.
that way?
There's no doorknob there.
Yeah, but why is it the paint all messed up and
Your Honor, we've been there for all that time. I never got a paint job in that house, ever. Never once got a paint job.
what is this? Is this vinyl or is this ceramic also?
And that's a vinyl.
And you're showing me what, that missing piece there?
The floor is damaged.
How did that happen?
That's in the kitchen. That's one piece from over the sink. That's one little towel that's missing
This
there.
isn't one tile, there are 4 tiles affected, but do you have any of these vinyl tiles?
No, I don't have any of those vinyl tiles.
Did you make any effort to find them?
No.
This is a cracked toilet. What happened there?
That toilet wasn't cracked, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, do you think she took a hammer to it?
No, she.
Okay.
I have pictures where she was moving, re-renting the house when I went over there, Your Honor.
I'm sure she was. What does that
I mean,
have to
she
do with
sold
our
the
discussion?
house. She took.
That doesn't have anything to do with our discussion because if she sells the
I'm
house,
sorry.
if you understand what I'm saying, that if
Yes.
you damage a house, she
Yes.
has to sell it for a little less. What is this, the same door or a different door off the hinges?
That's a different door.
Okay, that's
Another
obvious that
bedroom.
someone was
There's 3
taking furniture out. They take the door off in order
Yeah.
to take furniture out. So
Yeah.
are you telling me you didn't take the
That's
doors?
my daughter's. That's my daughter's room.
And did you guys take the doors off the hinges
No,
and not
ma'am.
put them back?
No, it's just a screw that was missing.
Okay, hold on one second. So how is the screw missing?
I don't know, but that's the top of the.
Usually my experience is that it's somebody trying to take furniture out. What's this, the tile? Where? Kitchen?
In the kitchen, right.
How did that get damaged?
That's a piece behind the sink.
Yes. How
She
did that
knows-
get damaged?
Now, I don't know. That's been like that for maybe 5 years because that piece there in the kitchen and the 2 pieces in the shower, she knew about that. She told me to hold the pieces so that she can fix them. She never fixed them. She
right,
knew
but if you
about
broke
that.
them, you would be responsible. What is this? The split? What is
The
this?
banister.
What happened to it?
It looks like it was split and maybe somebody leaned over on the banister.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's filthy. I don't know what's going on here. But
Cracked.
yeah, I don't know how that would happen. I mean, no clue. Anyway, let me ask you a question. You are in Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
Are you aware that there is a new law in New York governing, I guess you are, judging by the chicken necking you
I'm
were
sorry, Your Honor.
Are
I'm
you
so
aware
sorry.
there's a new?
No, I'm
Are
sorry.
you? It's okay. Are
No.
you aware there's a new law in New York?
Can I just say no?
Yes or no? Can
No.
anybody just answer what I say?
I'm sorry,
All right.
Your Honor.
That's okay. That requires a landlord to send a letter within 14 days itemizing why they are going to keep the security for what amounts and for what reasons within 14 days. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I heard of it, but I wasn't.
When did you hear of it? After all this happened?
Yeah, after all this happened.
So you did not send a letter, right?
No.
Okay. And what is your defense to that? Because what the law says is if you don't send a letter, too bad, so sad, you cannot keep the deposit.
Well, but she made substantial amount of damage.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I don't think she made $6,000 worth of damages the way you wrote her in the letter. I do think there's more than $1,522 worth of damages. But the law applies to you. You see?
But she didn't give me no, forwarding address.
Then you know what you do? Then you mail it to your own apartment, and then it gets forwarded because the post office has her forwarding address. But more than that, your statute just says you have to provide it. And if you have her phone, you could have always provided it in writing through a text. You don't really have a defense. I think you know you don't have a defense. The problem is you learned you don't have a defense after all this happened. You're going to need to return the money. I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,522 plus your court costs.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff does prevail and the defendant, Ann, if you'll step over here, Miss Ann, you're going to have to give her back the security deposit, more than $1,500.
I guess I have to follow the law, right?
Yeah, obviously you do. You're in court and yeah, that's the law.
Okay.
Looks like that house needs a lot of work.
Yes, it does.
Okay, well, good luck to you. All right,
thank
thank you very much. The door is that way. All right, Felicia. Well, you're going to get your money back.
Thank God.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I'm just happy it's over.
I'm sure you are. Good luck to you.
Thank
okay?
you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, Doug, I mean, look, the law is different from state to state, but in most states, landlords have a duty, if they're withholding security, to send an itemized letter, usually within 14 days, telling the tenant exactly why they withheld rent, some of it or all of it, some of the deposit.